of our class. First of all, you have to respect what others say. Okay. Secondly, whenever you want to give answer, please raise your hand. In the chat option, you're having that option. You're having the option to raise the hand. Unnecessarily, don't raise the hand. So if I ask any question and you have to, you know the answer, you want to reply. So please raise your hand. And if I take your name, you unmute yourself and you can give the answer. Is that clear? And so no chorus answer is accepted. So let's begin with the lesson. Welcome to online teaching. Welcome to online teaching project. Just a second, students. Okay. Next. Students, at the beginning of this lesson, we'll do some activity. Okay, so let's do an activity. Here you have to guess the picture, what it is. You will have to guess the picture. You can see many pictures. This is first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures are there. So we will the
second volcano.
Aryan Gupta, what did I say? What is a rule? What is a e-learning classroom rules? That you have to raise your hand. Okay, and after you raise your hand, yeah, who has raised their hands? I can't see.
First tornado.
Yeah, wait, students. Let me see. Who has raised their hand? Yes, Panki. Panki, you were answering. You were answering. Please try to guess. Please try to guess what it is along with the pictures. Can I give chance to someone else? Yes, Panki and Pankini. Yes, sorry, Pankini. Please answer.
Miss.
Yes.
Miss.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me what it is. Can you guess any one of the picture? I'm talking about the first picture. Please guess the picture.
Tornado.
Very good, very good. Tornado. Okay, first is tornado. This besides it, what is that picture? Second picture.
Volcano.
Who said volcano just now?
Sir.
My dear, you have to raise your hand.
Miss, I have raised.
Yeah. So tell me which is the next second picture. What it is about? What it is about?
Earthquake.
That is third picture. Second picture. I'm talking about second picture.
Second picture is about volcano.
Volcano. Okay. The third picture.
Earthquake.
Very okay. Earthquake. Now someone else. Other students will get chance. Who has raised his hand? Rishabh Vinod. Rishabh Vinod. Please tell me. What does fourth picture say? Yes, Rishabh Vinod. You had raised your hand. Will you like to answer?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Tell me what is fourth picture about? What is fourth picture about? What is the fourth picture about?
Station, teacher.
Sorry?
Tsunami.
Yes, very good. It tells us about, it is tsunami. Okay. Come on the second line, first picture. Yes. Shehenshah Khan. Shehenshah Khan, you have raised your hand. Shehenshah Khan. Second line, first picture. What it is about? Can you guess? D dash O. Then you have to fill up it. Fill up the blanks. Then two blanks are there. Then H and T. Yes, Shehenshah Khan. Please unmute yourself and tell me the answer. खुद को unmute करो. Unmute yourself and tell me the answer. Yes, Shehenshah Khan. Please tell me the answer. Okay. Ayush Mishra. Ayush Mishra, can you answer me? Second line, first picture, what it is about? Unmute yourself. First, unmute yourself.
The answer is drought.
Very good. Rod, can you still tell me the spelling? Can you tell me the spelling of it? Yes. Say the spelling. Unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Unmute yourself and tell me the answer.
Drought is DROUGHT.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Besides it, what is the picture? Which picture it is? Next picture. Achal, please answer me. Achal.
Storm.
Oh, before storm, which picture is there?
Floods.
Very good. Okay, thank you. Achal has answered correctly. That is floods, storms. Now last picture is left. What it is? Last picture is left. Who will answer? Last picture is left. Yes, Akshat Gupta. I can see your hand raised. Akshat Gupta, please answer me. What does the last picture tells us about? What does the last picture tells us about? Blanks are given, F dash R, then two blanks, then T. Yes?
Fire.
Which fire it is?
Fire typer.
Where fire has got place?
Fourth, eighth place.
Yes? Pankini, can you answer me? What it is?
Forest fire.
Yes, very good. It is forest
Fire.
Oh, very good. Very good, students. So, next picture. Yeah. So, this is a tornado, volcano. It's tornado, volcano, earthquake, tsunami, drought, floods, storm, and forest fires. So all these are called as what? Natural disaster. Okay,
Yes.
all these are called as natural disaster. These are all natural disaster. Now next also there are pictures and you have to guess it what it is. Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you know the answer. Please raise your hand if you know the answer. First is C. What picture it tells us about? What has happened here? Can you guess? Can you guess? Guess the picture. A blanks, two blanks are there. Then I dash E dash T S. What it is? Yes, tell me. Any one of you can unmute yourself and tell me. Yeah, Ayush Mishra, tell me the answer. Ayush Mishra, what it is? Tell me the answer.
Accident. Accidents.
Yes, very good. It is accidents. Second picture, who can tell me? Raise your hand if you know the answer. Aryan Gupta. Aryan
Oil,
Gupta.
oil spill.
Very good. It is oil spill. Very good. Next, what it is? Next, what it is? What can you see?
Bomb,
What it is about?
bomb
Aryan Gupta is answering me. It is bomb blast, not batted. Okay, it is bomb blast. And the last picture. Come on, last picture. Tell me what it is about. Please guess. Try to guess. 3-letter words. Achal. Achal, please answer me. Achal, can you answer me? 3-letter word. It is 3-letter word. Please try to guess the picture.
Teacher, war.
Yes, very good. Yes, it is war. Now please mute yourself. All of you mute yourself. Now, yeah. So this first picture is about yeah. So this picture is about accident. Next picture is about oil spill. Third is bomb blast and war. So these are also disaster, students. Okay, these are also disaster, but these are man-made disaster. So the natural disaster, these are all called natural disaster, and these are man-made disaster. That is what we have learned in detail about it in the last lecture. So now we'll continue when this during the time of this disaster, how to overcome this disaster, how we should save our own life also, and how we should try to save others life also. That is what we are going to know, we are going to learn in this lesson. Yes, that is remedial and preventive measures during this time of disaster. How we should take care of ourselves, our family, our friends, relatives, or the people who are nearby us. So we will see the preventive measures during the time of all such disaster. So first point is we have to keep watching TV and radio news and bulletins, radio news bulletins. Why? Because we will get the latest updates. What is happening? Is the situation in the control, or is situation it is going out of control, and what we should do, what care should be taken more. So for that, during the time if disaster takes place, we have to keep watching our TV, radio news and bulletins. So in this pandemic of coronavirus we are facing at present, so we are also at in the March, lockdown started, right? So students, please don't raise your hands, lower your hands, and please listen to the explanation first. Later when I ask you question, that time you can raise your hand if anything I ask. Okay, Anuja, please lower your hand and listen to this explanation first. So yeah, so we are been during when the lockdown started, we were in the we were in a house, we were locked down in our own houses, right? So we were watching television or listening to the news, and we were following the instructions of the government, whatever they were telling us, and we had to follow that. So first is in remedial and preventive measures, first is we have to keep watching TV, radio and news bulletins. Next, we have to use battery operated radios and mobiles. Yes, It is very important, students. Why we have to use battery operated radios and mobiles? So for example, any disaster takes place, so there is no electricity supply. Purposely they cut off the electricity supply in order to avoid any danger. So during such time, what happened, we have to there is no electricity, so we can't put on our televisions. So we have to use battery operated radios and mobiles to know what is happening all around, and in order to listen to the news and bulletins and to get the latest update, we have to use battery operated radios and mobiles. Next. Third point is heed the warnings issued by the meteorological department carefully. Students, meteorological department is a department which gives give us warning in advance. So this is going to happen. There is a storm predicted in 2 days. So we have to be careful during those time. So heed the warning. Heed the warning means what? We have to pay special attention to the warnings given by the meteorological department. Sometimes it is also told that for fishermen especially, don't go for fishing in the deep ocean because there are chances of storm and heavy rainfall is predicted. So because of these warnings, what happen, if we heed this warning issued by the meteorological department, lives can be saved. Fourth is use the website www.imd.government.in. So because of this websites, this is a government website and you get the latest update on it. Fifth, landslides occur in hilly areas due to cloudburst or heavy rains. On such occasions, do not take shelter at the foot of a hill. So, landslides occurs when landslides occurs. What happened? In the hilly areas mostly it occurs whether there is a hill, it due to heavy rain or the cloud burst, slowly it the cloud due to it, what happened, landslides, it comes down. So because of that, what happened, many people can lose their life also if they are nearby it. So during if there is heavy rainfall or there is a cloud burst, if you get a warnings, you don't have to be near the if you don't have to go and step near the hilly regions or areas, and you have to take shelters at the foot of the do not take shelter at the foot of the hills. So because there are chances of landslides during when there is a heavy rainfall, and during the heavy rainfall sometimes cloud burst also takes place. Sarah Sheikh, please don't raise your hand. Whatever you want to ask, you can ask me later on. Okay. Yeah, so fifth point is over. We'll move on to the next point. During floods, do not linger in houses or areas on river banks. You have to seek shelter in other safe places. That is, move to safer places at a greater height. Do not step into the water currents or drive a vehicle into them. So when there is during the time of floods, it is told that do not linger in your house, means don't step in your house. If you can see, if you can find there is all over water, and your house is underwater, so your house is not a protective place for you. Okay, that is you can't please don't stay in the house during that time. What you have to do is you have to seek the shelter in one of the safest place, because the level of the water will go on increasing, right? So you it will be difficult for you to escape from there, evacuate yourself from the house. So during such situation, what you have to do is you have to move to the safer place at a greater height. Okay, we have to move to the greater height, and do not step into the water currents or drive a vehicle into them. So if there is lots of water on the road and all, so you should not you should not drive a vehicle into them. Next, during an earthquake, yes, it's important. During an earthquake, roads split open, the ground cracks, railway tracks get uprooted. Hence, when moving from one place to another, ensure that the road is safe further on. Yes, see in this picture you can see the road has got split, there is crack on the road, and if you drive a vehicle from that, there are chances of accident. That is, your vehicle can fall into that cracks, and you might lose your life also. So please be careful during the earthquake. The road splits open and you don't know whether the road split has opened or not while walking. So when you move from one place to another, you have to be careful while walking on the road or in your area around it. So you have to ensure if the road is safe, then only you can move from one place to another to seek shelter. Eighth point is, take shelter in relief camp as they provide medicines, food packets, drinking water, first aid, etc. So yes, so you have to seek a shelter at a relief camps. These relief camps are organized by the government for the yes, for all these things, for the disaster. If any disaster takes place, if there is floods or earthquake, so people get scattered here and there, because they go everywhere. They seek shelter wherever they are safe, and later on during this time they are not into their house. Even if they are into their house, they are not able to cook anything, or they are not able to do anything. They don't get proper clothes to wear, because for example, during floods, if we take, everything is underwater, right? So so they are not able to manage themselves. So during the time of disaster, you have to take shelter in the relief camps, as they provide medicines for you. They provide good food packets for you, drinking water, and first aid, etc. So first aid, we are going to learn more about it. Next, to get protection from fire, use fire extinguisher in public places like schools, hospitals, railway stations, etc. So when fire yes, during such times, what happens? See, this type of cylinders in picture it is given. Such type of cylinders are available. These are fire extinguishers. So these are available in the offices, in everywhere, in hospitals, in our schools. Also, you must have seen in the corridor while playing in the corridor during recess time. You tend to hit this cylinder while running. Okay, so why these cylinders are kept visible for everyone? Because anytime if fire breaks out, what we have to do, we can use these cylinders as a fire extinguisher. So these are fire extinguisher, students. So we can see it everywhere. On the railway station also it has been fixed. It is fixed in the schools, it is fixed in the corporate sectors like offices and all, hospitals, everywhere. Okay, so this is how we can save ourselves. Yes, now let's recall. Students, I want to have word with you now. Yes, a mock drill. Have you heard this word anytime? Mock drill. What is mock drill? Yes, students, what is mock drill? Have you heard this word in your school? Some monthly we take a mock drill, especially PT teachers. They gave you training. What it is about?
Miss, this is about any time the
Pankini,
comes.
Pankini, please. What is a rule? What is a rule? You have to raise your hand. And
Miss,
if I call out your name, you have to unmute yourself and answer me. Yes. Pankini, tell me what it is. Yes, Pankini, please tell me. Go ahead. What you were saying something. Yes, Ayush Mishra.
Miss, can I tell?
Who wants to say? Yes, Ayush Mishra. Come on, answer me. Ayush Mishra, come on, answer me. I can't hear you. Please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself and then answer. What do you mean by mock drill? Who else can answer? Who else? What do you mean by yes, Pankini, you were telling something. Yes, your hand is raised.
Yes.
Yeah, tell
Means
me.
mock drill means when sometimes earthquake comes, our PT teacher says they make a one line and go on a native place. There was no buildings, no anything. Go there.
Teacher, can I say?
Okay.
Teacher,
Yes,
can I
very
say?
good, Pankini. Thank you. Yes, Ayush, are you there? Please tell me.
Teacher, our PT teacher trained that what we have to do when a disaster comes.
Yeah. You when disaster come, yeah. Go ahead. What you were saying? Continue.
And how we stay protected with disaster.
Yes, very good. So what you were doing? Your PT teacher was giving you all training every month, last week of the month.
Yes,
So
teacher.
what were the what your PT teacher used to take your mock drill? How she used to take? Tell me.
Teacher, first we have to in the one line. We have to not running. We have to come with a walk and
Okay.
don't be panicked.
Yeah, you don't have to get panic. Very good, Ayush. Very good. Thank you. Who else will like to tell? Who else? Who else will like to tell? Okay. Let me explain. Mock drill. Now, this mock drill, students, for you, it is given for your mock drill. Mock drill is a short demo during the time of disaster, how you can protect yourself and how you can safely evacuate from the place. For example, at the times of fire, if your school building has caught fire, or during the time of earthquake especially, so how to evacuate yourself from the school. So teacher used to blow the whistle, right? Teacher used to blow the whistle. And this was the rule. And after that, what you were doing, you were leaving everything, whatever was there, whatever is there in your hand, you used to leave it and used to walk. Do we have to run in this? During this time, do we have to run? No, we don't have to run. We have to walk fast. Whatever is there in a hand, suppose you are in the classroom, you are reading, you are writing, or you are doing drawing, whatever you are doing, you have to put everything down, whatever it is, and you have to just start walking. And how walking? How to walk in a line. You have to walk in a line, and you were supposed to go on the ground and stand in a line. So this mock drill, so mock drill, students, it is not only given for you all in the school, it is mock drill is given for in the every field. For police also, mock drill practice has been given, drilling practice. And for other in other fields too, mock drill is very important. And this mock drill helps to save life in the time of disaster. So this is what about mock drill. Now we will move further to our next topic. Just a minute, students, there is some problem with my screen. Yes. First aid. So students, here now we are going to learn more about first aid. What is first aid and how it is important for us in our lives. So first aid. So what do you mean by first? First means the one who is first. Yes, first aid. Mayur, you have raised your hand. You will like to say something? Mayur? Yes, Mayur. Please unmute yourself. Mayur, please unmute yourself. Tell me something about first aid. Unmute yourself. What do you mean by first aid?
Yes,
What do you mean
first
by
aid.
first aid?
The first
Yes.
aid is a medicine. He called save a life.
First aid is a medicine. Okay. Who else can answer me this? What is first aid? Yes. Students, let's discuss with the topic and then you can answer me. I'll surely ask you question on this topic. Please lower your hands. Please lower your hands. Yes, this is a first aid. Yes, first means the one who first. Okay, you know the meaning of first. Then first aid. What do you mean by aid? First aid. Aid means help. Okay. First aid means the first help to be given to the victim. Victim or the person. Victim. Who is called victim? The victim, the one who has got hurt, or the one who has, for example, the one who has got burned. The person who has got burned. He is known as. He is called as victim. So first aid means first help. Aid means help. So this is a first aid kit. It is there in our school also. It is everywhere. It is, we have to keep it as a precautionary method. So this is a first aid. This is a first aid kit, and all these things are included in the first aid. So with the, if these things are all together, first aid box is available, so we can give first aid to the person, to the victim, I can say. In day-to-day life, yes, sometimes we have to face disaster or accidents of varying proportions. On such occasions, it is necessary to give some immediate aid even before medical treatment becomes available. Okay, so if anything takes place, surely we will take that person to the hospital or to the dispensary, but before that we have to give that person first aid, and then we take that person to the hospital or to the dispensary for medical treatment. So first aid is very important. It, yeah, now we are going to see first aid for different situations. So first aid, how to use first aid in different situation. During the, when there is external bleeding, when there is burn and scars, sunstroke, snake bite, dog bite. So these are the different situations in which we are going to see how to give first aid to the victim. First, when it bleeds external. So when there is external bleeding, how to give first aid? So if a person is bleeding, what we have to do? Make him or her sit or lie down comfortably. So when the person bleeds, so what we have to do first? The first thing is we have to make him or sit comfortably. For sometimes if the person falls and he has a wound or he has a cut on his hand or leg, so he gets scared. So what we have to do is we have to make that person sit comfortably or lie down comfortably. Next, we have to keep the bleeding part of the body above the level of our heart and clean it with water. So what we have to do, if there is wound on my hands, by suppose here, and if I keep my lower my hand, if I keep my hand down, what will happen? The bleeding will continue. Okay, because why? Because my hand is above my heart level. So you have to keep your hand up in this manner. If there is bleeding, you have to keep your hand up above the heart level, so bleeding will automatically come into control and slowly bleeding will stop. Second is burns and scars. Okay, during such time what we have to, how to give first aid to a victim. So when there is minor burns, so students, in these burns and scars, there are 2 points to be discussed. That is minor. Sachin Sharma, please lower your hand. Sachin Sharma, Sachin, please lower your hand. If you have any doubt, you can ask me later. Anuja, you can ask me later. Please lower your hand. Yes. Minor burns. When there is minor burn, little burn, so what you have to do? The injured part should be washed off with water or held under water. See, students, this is very important. You have to hold your the burn part under water, continuously under clean water, that also. Okay, so injured part should be washed with water or held under water. Next, give the victim water to drink. Okay, if the victim is conscious, so we can give them water to drink. If the victim is unconscious, students, we should not give victim water or anything else to drink. But the victim is conscious, अगर वो होश में है, अगर विक्टिम होश में है, तो हम उसे पानी दे सकते हैं, पानी पिला सकते हैं, and we can calm down that person. Clean the wounds with a cotton swab soaked in an antiseptic solution. So we cannot do anything, we cannot apply anything what we feel. Okay, so we have to clean wound using a cotton swab soaked in an antiseptic. So during in the recess time, if anything happens, any cuts or any injury takes place, so what teacher does? Teacher also takes that child to the staff room and she cleans the wound with the help of antiseptic solution. Okay, so, which is available in the first aid. So first, to have first aid with us is very important. Next, do not apply oily ointments. Any oily ointments, if you feel, if you are not in the school, if you are somewhere else, and if you face this situation, you don't have to apply any oily ointments. Okay, so water-based ointments, you have to you can apply such ointments. You don't have to apply oily ointments. Cover wounds using dry dressings. Yes, cover wounds using dry dressing. Dressing should not be wet. Your hand should not be wet. You should wash your hands properly before and after dressing the person or cleaning of the wound is done. And you have to cover the wounds using dry dressings. Now we will learn about serious burns. Okay, when there is minor burns, we have seen what precautions we have to take, what we first aid, how first aid is to be given to the victim. Now when there is serious burn, we have to give first emotional support. Okay, if your friend has faced this, friend has got serious burn, you have to give him emotional support, that don't worry, everything will be all right. You have a small burn, you will be all right when you will be taken to the doctor. Don't worry. Okay, there is nothing has happened more. So during such time, people get scared. Any person like me or you, anyone will get scared because of the burn. So because of the serious burn, you have to, first of all, you have to give that person emotional support. You have to support that person, saying all positive things. Next, cover the wounds with sterilized cloth. Okay, yes, it is available in the first aid kit. So you cannot use any cloth available. So the cloth might have must be having some germs or something else, so that there are chances of getting infection. Okay, so that wound can get infected, so you have to cover that burn or wound with a sterilized cloth. Remove jewelry. shoes, etc., if easy possible. So if that person, if the victim who is burned totally, if he is wearing jewelry, shoes, etc., whatever is there on the victim's hand, any ring or wristband, anything, so what you have to do, you have to remove it if easily if possible. Okay, you just don't have to snatch it from the neck or hand, whatever the jewelry or shoes, whatever. So if you can, if you have to try out, if it is coming out easily, then you can remove it easily if possible. You should not remove it forcefully. Do not touch or burst the blister on the skin. Yes, if you have got the blister, if any victim has got blister on his skin, you don't have to burst that blister. Blister क्या होता है? Blister वो बोलते हैं हम, फोड़ा आता है ना, आप बोलते हो, वो उसको blisters बोलते हो. तो पानी का blisters रहता है, तो वो हमको उसको नाखून मार के with the help of nail, you should not burst it. Okay, so you have to apply proper medicine to it, and you have to wait till it burst on his own. Do not apply oily ointment. See, yes, here also the same point coming. Minor burns we had seen that we should not apply oily ointments on the burn, on the part where it is burned. Do not try to remove the cloth if it is started. So students, during if the victim is burned, okay, so we don't have to try to remove its cloth if it is stuck to the burn skin. So we'll move to our next point now. If the patient is conscious, give water to drink, but avoid tea or coffee or other stimulating drinks. Yes, students. So here we have to avoid giving him stimulative drinks, and we can give only water. But if that victim is conscious, then only. If victim is unconscious, we don't have to give that victim water or any other drinks like tea, coffee, sharbat or cold drinks, anything. So अगर पेशेंट, अगर जो विक्टिम है वो होश में है, तो ही हम उसको पानी पिला सकते हैं. अगर वो बेहोश के हालत में है, so we don't have to give him or her water. So now we will move on towards the third point. Our third point is sunstroke. Now, as we all know, during summer season, right, we feel very tired, because and we feel very low. Why? Because sun rays are very strong. So when we work in the sun continuously for a long time, the body loses a lot of water and minerals. So that is the reason for sunstroke. So here we will see one small video. Yes, students. Did you see this ad? It is of Glucon-D, right? So this is just illustrations shown here that Adil Khan, please don't raise your hand. You may ask me question later on. Okay. So this is a illustration, students, just shown that sun is putting his straw into the body of children, and pulling up, it is sucking up all the water and minerals from the body. But this is what exactly what happens during summer season, and this is the reason for sunstroke. So we face sunstroke during summer season. All are because of the heat. What happens? Mineral water along with the minerals get flushed out from our body, and we get sunstroke. So if anyone faces this sunstroke, how to overcome it? What first aid is to be given? Now remedial measures we will see. So first remedial measure is, if a victim faces sunstroke, if a girl or a boy falls down for sunstroke, okay, if we get this stroke, so we have to take that patient or that victim to the cool place or in the shade. First of all, this is the first important point we need to do. Next is, We have to sponge the whole body with cold water. Yes, this is the important point, students, that we have to sponge that whole body, that victims or that patient's body with the cold water. Third, place a cloth soaked in cold water on the neck. Yes, we have to place a cold water or soaked in the cold water cloth. You have to keep it on our neck. See how it is shown in the picture. And we have to give that person water to drink. Or yes, give plenty of water or liquids like sherbets to drink. Why it is mentioned here sherbets? Because sherbet is little sweet, so it helps to gain energy in the body instantly. So it is said that give plenty of water or liquids like sherbet to drink. Next, if the patient feels like vomiting, make him lie prone on his or her abdomen with the head turned on one side. See in the picture it is shown. So because of sunstroke, students, this too happen. Patients sometimes feel like vomiting. So if he or she feels like vomiting, as shown in the picture, you can make him lie on the one side with the head turned to the one side. You can make him lie down in this manner. Next, you have to immediately get a medical help. You have to shift the patient immediately to the hospital, or you have to take him to the doctor. Next, now this is the next fourth important point, that is snake bite. Now let's see. There are nearly 2000 species of snake, students. So there are nearly 2000 species of snakes, different kinds of snakes we get to see. Only of these, only a few like cobra, kraits, viper and sea snakes are poisonous. Therefore, all snake bites are not fatal. However, fear causes severe psychological shock which can result in death. So if you come across a snake, contact a Sarpamitra rather than killing the snake at once. Yes, students, there are 2000 species of snakes. We get to see different type of different color. Okay, some are very tiny, some look like earthworm also. So there are many species of snakes, but among these only few snakes are poisonous, like we saw cobra, this picture of a cobra, kraits, vipers and sea snakes. So only among them only these few are very much poisonous. So if you come across any snake, okay, not only these four snakes but types of snakes, but if you come across any snake, if you see, you don't have to try to kill him. Okay, so instead you have to call Sarpamitra so that they can come and catch that snake and take him along with them. Okay, so you have to call Sarpamitra and you don't have to kill the snake, and you have to be very cautious. And we will see its remedies. If even though if snake bites, what should we do? Snake bite, when snake bite takes place, the remedial measures are wash the wound with water. You have to wash the wound properly with water. You don't have to use any other thing. Okay, see now the second point, give emotional support to the patient. Yes, this is very important, because the person to whom snake has bitten, so that person will be very in the tension, or he will be unconscious also, because he will get more scared. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to give him emotional support, that nothing has happened, that you will get all right, we are taking you to the doctor. Okay, and see the third important point, what it is. Yeah, here in this picture you can see that person is giving him emotional support. Yes, this is an important point, students. When snake bite, okay, snake bite takes place, you have to tie a cloth above the wound. Okay, see where is the wound? In this fourth picture you can see the wound. See on that wound, above the wound. Okay, why? Because the poisonous snakes. Okay, so there are some this poison slowly start spreading in the body, and there are chances of that person may die also. So wherever the snake bite has taken place, snake has bitten, snake has you can see in that pictures of where the cloth has been tied. That cloth you have to tie above the wound. Okay, the cloth you have to tie above the wound. And some snakes are poisonous. They are also called as venomous and non-venomous. Venomous means poisonous snakes, and non-venomous means non-poisonous snakes. Get immediate medical help. You have to get immediate medical help. For it, you have to take that patient to that person to the hospital. Fifth point, this is the last point, dog bite. When dog bite takes place, okay, so what we have to do? In a dog bite, there is a risk of infection through blood. Hence, first aid and medical help are necessary. So, first aid and medical help are necessary, students, even if dog bite takes place. If you are playing in your area, sometimes if this incident takes place, you don't have to ignore it. चलो बाद में देखते हैं, पूरा हम अपना गेम पूरा करते हैं, बाद में घर पे जाके दवाई लगाते हैं. No, students, this is also a serious matter. You have to look into it. So if dog bite takes place, there is a risk of infection through blood. Hence, first aid and medical help is also that necessary. So remedial measures. What are the remedial measures for dog bite? Wash the wound with the solution of potassium permanganate or other antiseptic. Same way, we have to wash that wound properly with potassium permanganate or other antiseptic solution. We have to use it. Cover the wound with a clean and dry cloth. Okay, so we have to cover the wound with a clean and dry cloth. Third is give a get a doctor's help and an injection of anti-rabies vaccine. Yes, students, this injection is very important. So the infection which spreads through blood in our body. So with this injection, it will stop spreading of infection in a body. So you have to get doctor's help and an injection of the anti-rabies vaccine. So these are all the 5 points whatever we have discussed today of this lesson. So if there is an incident, if there is a situation that if your friend faints in the classroom and there is no teacher in the classroom, then what will you do? So what will you do, students? If your friend faints in the classroom and there is no teacher in the class, then what will you do? Yes, if you know, if you have to say something, please raise your hand. If you know something. Adil Khan, yes.
टीचर जहाँ पर उसको काटा गया है उसके जस्ट ऊपर, थोड़ा ऊपर, वहाँ पर कपड़ा बांध देंगे ताकि जहर ज्यादा ऊपर तक ना जा पाए, नस तक ना जा पाए.
वेरी गुड. आदिल, आपने वो डॉग बाइट के बारे में बताया. इधर अपना हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, सिचुएशन है फ्रेंड्स मतलब बेहोश हो गया, बेहोश होके गिर गया क्लासरूम में. तो पहली चीज आप क्या करोगे?
नीचे सबसे पहले हम लोग उसके ऊपर ठंडा पानी डाल देंगे, उससे थोड़ा थोड़ा वो होता है.
ओके, यू विल स्प्रिंकल वाटर ऑन हिज फेस. वेरी गुड. After that, what will you do? Yes, you will, of course, you will go to call teacher.
Yes, and
all students will go to call teacher.
No.
No, only one or two of you will go to call teacher. Okay.
And
yes.
And other student take care of the friend.
Yes, very good. Other students will take care of him. How they will take care of him? They will gather around him. They will come near him and stand unnecessarily.
They can get bench and वो लोग बेंच लेंगे और जो दोस्त अपना बेहोश हुआ है उसको बेंच के ऊपर अच्छे से लिटा देंगे.
Very good. You will make him sleep properly on the floor or on the wherever the proper place you find on the desk. You can join the bench, 2 benches, and you can make him sleep, or you can make him lie down on the floor also. And also you will not gather near him. You will make him sleep especially under the fan, and you will see that he will not suffocate. Yes, very good student. So this is the thing, all students will not go to call teacher, okay, and 2 of them will go to call teacher and other students will take care of him by the time teacher will come. Yes, very good. Thank you, Adil.
Okay, ma'am.
So today what we have learned is a sudden calamity. Okay, a sudden calamity is known as disaster. And secondly, a disaster can be man-made or natural. So this is what we have learned in today's lesson. Alertness and immediate actions are necessary on such occasions. Yes, right. We learned how to give first aid to first aid to the victim or the patient. Effective disaster management and use of remedial measures can help reduce the losses. Okay, and last, every person should know safety precaution and first aid. So every person should know the safety precautions and first aid. Yes, students. So having first aid in a home or in the school is very necessary, or everywhere wherever other people work in the corporate sector also. So first aid is very much necessary. So today's homework is, we have today this is a assignment for you all. You have to make a first aid box. You can use a box which is available at your house, like a shoe box or any other box. See, in this first box, which is a first aid box, which is displayed here you can show they have made a compartment properly. Okay, so this is how you can make first aid box, and you can keep proper medicines in it for emergency. This is how you can save your life too, and you can help other people also. So any doubt regarding this topic? Anyone wants to ask anything? Any doubt in this lesson? Yes, students. I hope you all have understood and you enjoyed this session very much.